I feel like every week I'm going to sit here and start the video and say that I didn't get time to watch the OVA in the past week. I said, if you are new to this channel or you don't remember, I said for the past few weeks that I was going to try to watch the ensemble OVA for this show because I never ended up watching that. And I was going to try to do it sometime throughout the week, you know, but I still haven't done it. It really proves what I said at the start, which I said, like, I don't have time to watch this stuff. Even though I've committed myself to saying I'm gonna watch it, I haven't found a single second free to do it. You know, I've been constantly doing stuff, so I'll find some time at some point. And luckily, I feel like there hasn't been anything in this season that I've been like confused about. That I've been like, what? That doesn't make any sense. You know, I think everything is tracking very nicely. So anyway, last episode 3 was a really, really beautiful episode. I mean, we basically had like a gorgeous talk where we're seeing more and more why Kumiko is like the perfect president here in this club. Like, she is taking, it feels like she's taking all the best parts of previous presidents and adding in her own sort of personality to it in a way that makes, I think, other people trust her more. Because when Kumiko says something, I feel like she's being honest with that person and she's being true to herself. Like, she's got an air of authenticity about her that other characters, I mean, might have in little bits and stuff, but that Kumiko has in spades. So I can't wait to see what they do with this episode, and how they progress with this gorgeous, awesome story. I'm getting nervous because I feel like, you know, soon enough we're gonna start hitting those episodes where there's some true drama going on, you know, like where there's actual shit can start to really go wrong and characters can start dropping like flies. I don't know, like the Sound Euphonium sometimes has some pretty dramatic drama, and I'm kind of scared about that. Because also, when I watched Sound Euphonium, seasons 1 and 2 were both out when I watched it. So I was able to binge it, you know? And so if I felt like unsatisfied because it felt like everything was too painful, I could have just watched another one and gotten the resolution to it. But here I'm watching week to week. So if it ends on like a really sad, depressing note, I'm going to be depressed for a week. It's just going to be my life. So anyway, let's jump into the episode. Make sure to support the video and the channel if you can. I'm a small channel, so every little bit of help that you can give me would be amazing. Liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel. That stuff all helps me out a lot. And if you want to support me extra, you can go to my Patreon account. You will get access to the full-length reactions. That's the entire episode you can watch with me by syncing it up with your own footage. As well as early access for certain shows and exclusive videos. Like if you want to watch my reaction to the Sound Euphonium Our Promise movie, then that's exclusive to my Patreon right now, so you can go check that out. But yeah, anyway, let's jump into Sound Euphonium Season 3, Episode 4.
すまんね。最近足がすぐ痛くなってしまって。
What was that look? Seemed like a slightly disappointed look, maybe? Or, okay. Etude with you. Etude? I don't know what that word means. Yep, she's saving the day everywhere. Aww. You've had no character development, Kanade. Good. Okay, good. At least he apologized. He's having some real trouble with his home life, though, I think. He's a little extra snippy. Oh. Oh, wait, it's that guy.
北宇治に移ってきたんですよね。そうなんだ。そうだっ と思う。名字呼ばれるのあんなに嫌がってるのもそれだろうし。
It's tough with stuff like this because you can't really butt into like family business.
マジだ。大丈夫かな。それは心配ないと思います。
Man, they're having this conversation over days.
演奏を邪魔するようなことはしません。おお、今まで私たちはめちゃくちゃ。あれが噂の佐々木あずさ部長です。
Damn, she's energetic.
理科高校の佐々木部長と久美子先輩は仲がいいって。同じ中学。
Oh, that's right.
久美子先輩は理科行こうと。
I forgot about this, but that was, yeah. I think that was early, like season 1?
からわない姿勢が素敵です。もしかしてバカにされてる。
She's always mildly throwing shade, but she's also sometimes being nice. That's so cute. If we aren't smiling, we aren't Rika. That's great. That seems like a fun school to be a part of. So generic.
よろしくお願いいたします。
See, he seems nice mostly, but he's probably pretty hard on his son. High expectations, maybe, a bit of disappointment.
あら、ほつれちゃった？あ、はい。
Can you do something about it?
ちょっとおいで。
Do you have a sewing kit? Yeah, nice.
それで大丈夫だと思うよ。
ドラムメジャーの厳しい指導と皆さんの努力の賜物でしょうか。
Yeah,
この
it's
サン
paying
ライ
off.
ズフェスティバルはこれまでの練習の成果を思いっきりぶつけてこい。
I'm getting a bit nervous. What if something is wrong? What if it's like Motomu has some issues
それで
or...
はご唱和ください。
演奏前に顔だけ出してくれって。元ム、
Oh,
いつ行くなん
don't
て返事した。
have a fight
なんでだ
now.
よ。玄ちゃん先生は元ムのおじいちゃん。うるさい。
Oh, grandfather. I thought he was father.
とにかくみんなお
But I
前の
guess
こ
that makes
と待って
sense.
るからな。
Oh, are we moving past it?
すごかったね、竹川さん。私より完璧だったかも。
Aw.
そんなことはないけど。
Give her a compliment. Come on.
はい、すごく良かった。時間
Yay!
がない中、頑張って。
Oh,
ここまでできるって見せてくれたから、
oh,
みんな
Reina, this is the sweetest thing.
楽しみにしてる。
Oh, that's exactly what she needed, I think.
アスカ先輩を超えた人見た気がした。
Oh.
後輩たち高坂先輩マジエンジェルとか言ってたし。あ、ごめん、レイナ、先行ってて。
Oh, you're gonna get some info from that dude? But they both had the same idea?
怖いのかな。
え、全然。すっごい話しやすいし。
Yeah, he seems really nice to most people. It was just that one look at the start of the episode.
先生のなんかそれ見るとなんとかしてあげたいって思っちゃって。
This guy seems sweet.
あいつの姉ちゃん
Oh,
亡くなってるんです。
that's the grave they were at? His sister? Oh,
元々のやつすごい落ち込んで。
that's
それ心配して
horrible.
玄ちゃん先生は近くにいたいって。
で向上心もあるし、音楽も吹奏楽も心から好きだっていう
That's
のが。
nice. I mean, he's still coming
なの
all
に
the time.
緑以外とはほとんど話そうとも一度ちゃんと話してみます。緑ちゃん。
Midori's trying to step
いつか
up.
話さないとなって
I think she's gonna solve this problem instead of Kumiko this time.
はい。
Or maybe not solve it, but help
大
him.
変だよね、先輩って。な、久美子ちゃんも緑も。
Well, by definition, it happened when you hit
分子が
second
同じで
year.
も、さっきまでいたのに。これは匂いますね、奏ちゃん。やっぱりこの前のことですか？あんな大人げない。
Kumiko has to constantly rein Kanade in.
何？わかった。その話は後で聞くから。
Good.
別に聞いてほしい
That's
わけ
good
じゃないです。
leadership, honestly, Kumiko.
私は珍しい。まとむくんのこと気になるんだね。は？練習始めますよ。
You little manipulator. Kanade's not the only person who can manipulate people.
実は先日月永先生から元ム君を流星に転校させたいと相談がありまして。
His choice?
そうなったらみどりちゃんは
She's right there.
結局みどり信頼されていなかったの。
Kumiko, you told
そんなことはない
Midori?
と思
You
う
were
けど
told not to tell anyone, but alright.
話すべきだろうか
Oh, you haven't told
話さ
her
な
yet.
い方がいいのだろう
Okay, never
か。何かとてもずるいことのような気が
I
して
thought it just skipped over
私は
Kumiko
何も
telling
言えない
her.
ままみどりちゃんと別れた。
Yeah, you were told not to say anything.
お前先輩
Stop getting scared by people.
さすが部長ですね何でも知ってる別にじいちゃんのこと
Okay.
嫌いなわけじゃないんですじいちゃんが指導していた高校に入学したんです
Oh,
そのせいでもっと揉めたみたいで
oh man. We weren't told how she passed away
吹
yet,
奏楽
right?
のことあんなに好きだったのに病気になって最後
Oh.
はその気持ちがなくなんか姉ちゃんが想像していた楽しい吹奏楽をやらなきゃ
Oh.
姉ちゃんに悪い気がして
Well, that's okay. I don't think you should be forced to move.
そう思ったんですけどみどり先輩
Oh.
姉ちゃんに似てるんです
What a beautiful thing to say about Midori once you talk about how much you
み
cared
ど
about
り
your
先輩を
sister.
見ていると思うんです夢見た高校の吹奏楽部って
Oh,
みんなと一緒に上手くなりたいってそれだけ考えていて
that's so sweet,
そ
man.
う師匠か。音楽にはまっすぐだもんね。
Yeah,
はい
she is.
だからみど
Absolutely.
り先輩にはいてほしいんです
そっか。
It's really nice seeing Motomu be so soft and sweet.
流星に戻るつもりはありませんから
Good.
話してほしい。二人とも自分のせいで元むくんが怒ってるんじゃないかって
Kumiko, you're so good.
気持ちは演奏に出るよ。
ありがとうございますそこまで考えてくれて
Yeah, she's always thinking of everyone.
私はだから元むくんにも北氏のために
Wow.
いい演奏をしてほし
Really
い。
beautiful lighting.
それだけ。
So gorgeous. The way they have the lights from the
それ
car light that
すごく
scene.
嬉しい
Oh
で
my
す
god.
じいちゃんと樋口に連絡しました
Yeah? Great.
僕は北氏の
He
人間
looks
です
like it looks like a weight's been lifted off his shoulders. That's so nice.
僕
元むくん何か一緒に弾きません
Oh, so sweet. Oh. This is so nice. Oh. Oh.
そして次の曲が
Okay.
始まるのです
Next episode is the festival, I imagine. Man, absolutely beautiful episode that got me crying again. So, I'm going to Google what the word attune means. Like, oops, E-T-U-N-E. Oh, etude, sorry, not attune. Etude. A short musical composition, typically for one instrument, designed as an exercise to improve the technique or demonstrate the skill of the player. I don't know why I couldn't read that sentence properly. Okay, so it's so that the last scene that we just watched was an etude. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hold on, let me hear.
Etude.
Etude. It was an etude. Okay, cool. Well, that's nice. So it's typically for one instrument, but I imagine it doesn't have to be. It's just a piece of music intended to be played to improve a musician's technical skills. So, I mean, it comes from the French word for study. I guess, so would that final piece that they played together be considered an
Etude.
An etude? I don't know. Or maybe it was referring to something else. But anyway, just wanted to look that up because the episode was called Etude with You. Yeah, really, really beautiful episode based on Motomu, who, like, I feel like he had some of the least character stuff recently. Like, I mean, out of all of the like who I would consider as like the main cast, like it felt like up until this point I really hadn't gotten much from him, you know. And so now getting this, it's a really nice, a bunch of nice moments. I really like the way they wrote it, because, and Sound Euphonium is quite good at this, where like there will be dramatized moments, like there will be very dramatic moments, and there will be moments that are actually quite serene, and you kind of don't know which way it's headed. Sometimes you think you're headed for a very dramatic moment and you get something very serene. Sometimes you are in a serene moment and then it becomes dramatic out of nowhere. And I think that's very true to life as well. Some very dramatic moments in my life have come out of absolutely nowhere. And sometimes I thought something was going to be a major deal, and then it ended up being kind of like not nothing, but it ended up being something that was resolved very peacefully, you know. And this show does a good job at balancing that a lot of the time. And in this episode, like we you know stuff about his grandpa, and we're trying to figure this, like, all of this out, but it, you know, by the end there's no like tearful angry confession or like shouting at his grandpa, or, you know, like there's none of that. He's not a villain. It's actually just a moment of being honest with Kumiko about what's going on. I mean, we didn't even see the conversation with his grandpa, and I don't feel like we needed to. If they want to show us some of that relationship in the future, that would be wonderful, but they don't need to. Like, what they showed here was like perfectly beautiful. We kind of see it through. I thought I heard something there, but so hang on. Okay, sorry, I'm back, and like that was a weird pause because it is 1:30 a.m. right now when I'm recording this video, and there was a sound that I was hearing over and over again. My dad has a carer that like helps him with stuff because he's wheelchair bound. My dad has a carer that he calls sometimes with a little like alarm. He presses a button to call the carer to come from downstairs to upstairs to help him with something, right? And that alarm was going off over and over and over, and I was like, is something happening? Does someone need help or anything? And so I was kind of scared, and I went, and we, like, no one needed anything. Everything was fine. It was just the alarm was screwing up for some reason, so we've taken the batteries out for now, and we're gonna figure it out tomorrow. Anyway, so forgive me if I don't remember where I was in the discussion. I was having a bit of a panic mode there for a second. Anyway, so I really liked learning about Motomu in this episode. I remember I was saying something about how, you know, it didn't get as dramatic as I thought it would, but instead it was this quiet moment of reflection between him and Kumiko that really helped him to see what was important. I mean, it's crazy. He didn't even really change his view majorly of anything. But just sort of like, I think the simple act of someone checking in on him and him being able to talk about it, and him like realizing he also needs to talk to his family a little bit about it is like kind of really nice, you know. And honestly, sometimes, in fact a lot of the time with real life, that is a huge way that people can not necessarily solve their problems, but push forward with them, like move to heal a little bit from them, is by having someone there to talk to be able to express that stuff, and to be able to express it to the people who need to hear it, you know, because problems bubble and build up, and everyone has their own versions of problems that are bubbling and building up, and a lot of the time being able to talk to someone about them helps a lot. And I love that this show constantly goes back to that, because it is a vital part of the human experience. And the way they do it in this show is really beautiful. It's really, really gorgeous. I mean, this show does sort of the quiet moments gorgeously. Better than almost any other show I've seen. because this show every conversation feels so real, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. I love the school. I think the school's name is Rika. I love them so much. They are the absolute best. Like, I love their little chant that they do, where it's like, if we're not smiling, we're not Rika, or whatever. Like, that's just a fucking awesome chant. It would get me super hyped up before something. And I just love that it seemed like all the students were on board with that philosophy as well. It was so cute and amazing and cool, and the president is just, she looks perfect for that sort of role. I love it. Like, I would follow that school if they were like, okay, we're doing season 4 of Euphonium, but we're just following Rika. Like, I'd be like, hell yeah, man, that sounds fun. So yeah, I really loved that. And man, oh my god, I almost forgot, like, one of the best, if not the best moment of the episode, which is Reina going up to the girl who was struggling in the last episode and telling her, like, hey, you did she said that was fantastic. I mean, that was a translation of it. I don't know what she said in Japanese, but she was like, that was fantastic. And like, I'm really inspired, and I think a lot of the other people are really inspired by seeing how much work a beginner put into this. Like, that makes me tear up, man, because Reina is doing exactly what I had wanted from her. Like, yeah, you can, of course, this is the sort of competition where you need to be strict with people at times, and, you know, you need to expect a lot from people and tell people where they're going wrong and stuff. But, like, when they're doing that, like, they're clearly putting their all into it and stuff, and you do stuff like that's the best way to build loyalty. Like, she knows, because of the way that you've acted in the past and the way that you're, like, consistently being, nothing you do is out of spite, you know? Like, that's the way that you show to her, like, I am watching and I do care about you, and I'm going to recognize when you are when you're putting your all into it, and you are, because that just, like, justifies all of the pain she went through, like, that she's been, like, you know, and I'm talking about, like, the voluntary pain that she's going through, like the training, the blood, sweat, and tears that she's putting into it. She is hoping it's gonna have some sort of payoff, and from the way she cried when Reina said that, it feels like that's a moment where it's like she is realizing it wasn't all for nothing, you know? And that's a beautiful thing to help someone to reach, that moment where they can be proud of what they did, and that they can, you know, that they are going to continue to work hard because they know that the payoff is worth it. So I loved that moment so much. That was fucking gorgeous. But yeah, I is there anything else I want to talk about? I don't think so. That beautiful episode, absolutely beautiful. This show continues to impress, and just the animation, the character animations continue to be amazing as well. I loved that scene where Motomu and Kumiko are talking, and the car is, like, just driving past them, and the headlights, like, light that whole scene. Just brilliantly done. Like, that's the sort of, that must be so hard to pull off in animation. In live action, you can just have a car drive up to them and turn, but in animation, like, that must be, I'm not an animator, but that looks like that is incredibly difficult, and to make it look that gorgeous but also very realistic is amazing. So anyway, that was Sound Euphonium Season 3 Episode 4. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions, as well as so much other content, early access, exclusive videos. You can get the Our Promise movie reaction on there, and all of my Gent Watchers One Piece content is on there as well, and go over to the Gent Watchers One Piece YouTube channel to get One Piece stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.